For the past 2 years, the voice wars were waged in Los Angeles. We saw the emergence of 2 champions of extreme vocal prowess. But now begins a new age. The voice wars have extended to all of America, with 8 new challengers ready to compete for the crown. But who will emerge victorious?
I always thought that I was, I don't know, kind of a special person. My name is Lily Lammers and I'm in Los Angeles, California. It was fun to be with my family. I had fun with my classmates. I went to college and studied acting, and then I'm taking more classes now. I got to study Stanislavski, Meisner, and so on. I got to study all of them. I was really interested in how to bring that into voiceover because they're so different, but then there's also at the core, they're very similar. It suddenly felt like the whole world around me started to fade into a dull gray void. I only started in the professional side about a year ago. I'm sort of at that sort of stepping stone in a voice acting career where you're getting sent the auditions for like big characters, for big series. I worked on Hunter x Hunter and Welcome to Demon School Aruma-kun. It's been background voices, not really plugging, but you know, I'm proud of it still. There had to be someone who was living an interesting life. There just had to be. Why wasn't I that person? I've always been told not to do acting, and like everyone has, but I got to some really low points in my life, and acting was the only thing there for me at that time, and so it's really important to me, and that was why I chose the monologue that I did.
Look, I've thought things over, I really have. It's been burning a hole through my brain for days and days, and I finally made a decision.
My name is Nicole Tuttle, and I am from Cleveland, Ohio.
Before you get all up in arms over it and start coming at me and all that, just listen to what I'm saying first.
I decided to take a story that I had kind of brewing in my head and turn it into an audio drama. Arson audio drama. I am the writer, producer, and one of the voice actors.
Something keeps pulling me back from it, and I realize it's me.
I think these kind of characters that have that kind of sassy, sarcastic side to them is a role that I will always try for. I think it's because in Cleveland, you are fluent in sarcasm.
I know that you've got every nook and cranny down solid, but the problem is my gut. It's telling me that something's off.
I'm very versatile, and I have a lot of secret skills that I bring from my stage acting and from my writing and sound editing. I have a bunch of different creative sides to me that I think will give me an edge in the end.
Doctor, I don't know how much time I have, so I'll have to make this short.
My name is Abbey Veffer, and I'm from Los Angeles, California.
It seems like a lifetime since we last received your counsel, and so much has changed since then.
I've been acting on and off since I was probably around 10 years old, but I've only been getting into the VO side of acting since about maybe April of this year.
All dignitaries are to leave the space station immediately, and the military are rumored to be arriving within weeks.
I think one of my signatures is being able to just pick up an accent really fast. I'm really good at imitating sounds too. Like I've always been kind of a parrot, so I like to pick up a sound, I repeat it forever until it's just right, and then I get it.
Please, Doctor, you are our last hope. Good luck.
I've been a big anime nerd for like my entire life, and I've always wanted to be a part of that world of acting in some form. This year, if I didn't start working towards it somehow, it was never going to happen because I put it off for so long. I knew I just had to just start doing it and not look back.
Do all of you really want to win that desperately?
I am Sean Lazarus from Las Vegas, Nevada.
You inhuman monsters who have ruined the honor of a knight!
I've always enjoyed acting. I love anime. I run a ShineCon in Las Vegas. I run an anime video game merch store that I'm getting a website for, T0.
Let the Grail be cursed! Let the wish it grants bring disaster!
Even when I won Voice Wars the first time, like, people were great. This was a much larger competition. Knowing that I was able to make it this far, despite that, means, you know what? Maybe.
And when you fall into the searing pits of hell, you will remember the hateful rage of Diarmuid!
The thing that's gonna put me on top is adaptability. Because no matter what comes at me, I'm ready for it.
Brother Jeremiah Lounfett's Holy Ghost Overdose Big Tent Revival and Traveling Flea Market is coming to an empty parking lot or abandoned mall near you.
My name is Walt Allen, and I dwell in the land of the frozen north North Dakota.
Brother Jeremiah Loudonfat's name is known the whole flat world over as the foremost combat evangelist today.
My first stint in acting, really, I did acting in college. I did voice stuff as a hobby. It's just been professionally since May 1st.
Come hear my famous sermons. Why men with long hair go to hell. And do Democrats don't have souls. And how come there's a demon in my pants?
I played D&D when I was in high school. I love to tell stories, so I am doing a lot of audiobook narration. The Last Tribe, written by D.B. Bray. It's a really good book. I have 14 books finished for Audible right now.
Come learn how to speak in tongues of spiritual fire. Oh, bless me, Jesus. Woo!
I'll get to meet more people because I'm brand new to this, and there aren't a whole lot of voiceover, voice actor people in North Dakota. I look forward to the coaching, finding out more what I can do, and just learning from everybody. It'll be a fantastic learning experience.
Son of a bitch.
My name's Lisa Marie Lee. Lisa Marie is my first name.
Mama? Is that you?
I saw this webinar, free webinar from another voice actor. I just saw it and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try that. So I did it and I started going from there.
I killed all of them. I did it all for you.
In my theater background that I've done during college, I played a lot of different roles, from a ground squirrel to a little boy to a rock.
I killed every single last one of them that hurt you. And now I can be with you.
I was super excited when I got the email, but I was also, to be honest, kind of scared. There was a part of me that was like, bail, bail, bail. I was like, no, just do it. And I let the excitement envelop me more than the fear. So it means a lot to me that I'm here.
My name is Sarah Blandy, and I live in Los Angeles, California.
Ugh, if I don't get it cut soon, I'm going to gnaw it off with my teeth!
Voiceover is not limiting. I can be anything when I do voiceover. I'm not limited by the way that I look. I can actually act.
Do you know what happened to me? Some fool boy tried to climb up my hair. My hair!
I'm known for the Fire Emblem series, so Fire Emblem Heroes and Fire Emblem Fates, as my roles as Haguro, Nino, Faye, and Midori.
Can you imagine climbing up someone's hair? It gave me quite a headache.
I know that a lot of actors, it's very easy to get in your head, and so I'm gonna really do my best, as my character would say, and get out of my head. And I think that as long as I can do that, I'm pretty comparable.
He's tall now, for a 7-year-old. We signed him up for T-ball this spring.
My name is Jack Calk, and I live in Queens, New York City.
He looks like Grandpa Dunbar. He looks up at me over those little wiry glasses, and it's like I'm 7 years old again.
I've been doing it on and off for about 10 or 12 years. I did a lot of amateur voice work with Pendant Audio, and then I'm also currently on a podcast called Archive 81.
Nora's so good with him, and it's not like he calls her mom or anything. I'm sorry, that was a weird thing to say.
I was a huge theater kid, and 10 years ago I was in high school theater but not getting cast in high school theater, and so I really wanted to do some acting. So I had a mic from Guitar Hero and I plugged it into my computer and it worked. Against all odds, I was basically like holding it as close to my mouth as possible and mumbling into it, but it let me get my feet wet.
He's in good hands. I'm taking care of him. I've always taken care of him.
So I've been playing like a lot of aliens and gods and like doctors who are dreams and like eldritch beings who used to be human but have lost their humanity. There's something interesting about using weirdness as an expression for like power or masculinity, and there's something kind of surprising and interesting and exciting about vulnerability behind that. And because I have kind of a naturally deep voice, I think that I'm cast in that role fairly often, and I like to think that I managed to nail it and keep getting asked to do it.
Hello, everyone. I hope you found the Zoom call okay. From myself and on behalf of our judges, I wanted to welcome all of you to Voice Wars 2020. You are all here because out of our gigantic search across all of Twitter and social media and the world as the online world describes it anyway, you stood out as the best of the best that we found. So congratulate yourselves for that. To introduce our teams, on Team Brad Venable, we have Walt Allen and, Woo! And Lisa Marie Lee. On Team Kaiji Tang, we have Nicole Tuttle.
Hey, everyone.
That's right.
And Lily Lammers. On Team Ratana, we have Sarah Blandy.
Woo!
And Jack Calk. And finally, on Team Chris Tergliafera, we have Abbey Veffer and Sean Lazarus. So to our judges, do you have anything to say before we get started? We'll start with Brad Venable.
This is a free to succeed environment. This is the best opportunity you're going to have to just have fun and have nothing but tapping creativity and having that come out, because you don't have to worry about the nerves of performing in front of an entire room full of people, which is great, because this is going to actually simulate more of what work is like when you only have like maybe a half dozen people. Sometimes there's a lot more than that in the control room, but for the most part, you're going to just have a few of us together, and you get to not have to worry about those nerves and anxiety. And trust me, that's what this guy needs all the time.
Kaiji Tang.
First of all, I'd like to thank everyone here for participating in this really fun show. I know times are dark and things are hard, so it really means a lot to us for you to dedicate your time to, creating some smiles all around. And as for the acting stuff, I'm really psyched to get into it with you guys. During especially this year, it might be harder to go out and pursue classes in person or workshops in person. So I think this is a very fun, very kind of almost stress-free, depending on what challenges Adin decides to bring to the show. But a very nurturing and fun competitive environment.
Ratana.
In addition to what KG and Brad said, I will say a couple of things. One, learn from each other. This is a great laboratory where we all get to listen to each other and watch each other's process and figure out kind of what works for us and what doesn't, or maybe make adjustments to a process we've already kind of got going that feels good. And so don't be afraid to experiment and try stuff and do things that are a big left turn from where you would normally go. And always, always, always have fun.
And lastly, Chris Tergliafera.
Hi, everyone. Congratulations for making it this far. I kind of want to piggyback off Ratana's thing where this is fun. This is going to be a really fun time. As far as the competition thing goes, don't stress about it. Like, the breaks are, somebody's going to be eliminated first, but that does not mean you're any less than any of the voice actors here.
Well, now that that's out of the way, let's introduce our first challenge, everyone. Our first challenge is called Vocal Combat.
Round one, fight.
So here's how this will work. Each team will be given a fight scene from a different game or anime. You will work on this scene with your judge before presenting to all of our judges and our mystery guest judge. But when you present it, the guest judge will give your scene a random direction. It can be literally anything. They can put your scene underwater. They can turn you into slime people. They can inject your characters with caffeine, whatever they want. Your job is to use your preparation skills and your improv skills to present the best scene possible. Whoever does the best job will win immunity for the second week. And the two weakest will battle it out for elimination. Now, to our teams. You will now have the opportunity to choose which scene you want for your team. However, I will only tell you what game or series the scene is from and not show you the scene itself. The scenes I have come from Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, Devil May Cry 4, Baccano, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Having experienced a lot of those, and I have faith in my talent on my team, I think we're ready to hit JoJo's.
I'll go with Metal Gear. I played the first one. I should know some stuff about it.
So my choices are Devil May Cry and Bakano. I'm gonna take Devil May Cry.
And that means Team Brad Venable will be getting the scene from Bakano. Well, go forth, prepare, good luck, and may the best voice win.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
How's it going? I think I want to start with just kind of getting to know you guys better, if that's okay.
I actually got my undergraduate degree in acting and directing and my master's degree in theater, so...
Hell yeah! You are learned. Lily, what about you?
I went to Mills College and got my BA in theater. And at the
Nice.
same time, I studied at the American Conservatory Theater in San Francisco and kind of did all that. And I've,
All three of us have degrees in theater. This is team theater. Hell yeah! Have a cast party afterwards. That's
we
great.
can
to
talk
hear.
about Stanislavski.
Yeah. Oh my god. Let's really quickly, if you haven't, take a look at this scene that this script is based off of. If you're not familiar with JoJo's, you'll see very quickly what kind of show this is. It's everything that makes anime great and perturbing to the average viewer. What do you guys think? Which character would you guys be more comfortable with?
I can do British. It's not my strongest, though. I don't know, Nicole, how you feel about British accents.
I have played D&D for about 10 years and I've done every accent under the sun, so...
That is totally fair.
Fantastic.
I do it if people need Star Wars impressions. That's about it.
I can do British pretty comfortably, yeah.
Okay, cool. Nicole, are you interested in being Joseph Joestar?
Sure.
Awesome.
You won't get a shot off, though. When you pull that trigger back, I'll snap your finger in half. Like a matchstick.
Not from where I'm standing. I'll blow a bullet through your brain.
Joseph fires a bottle cap at the cop and snaps his trigger finger in half. So on a technical issue, I can tell you already, Lily, we're gonna have to ride your gain a little bit for this scene, right?
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do now, with the time we have left, is we're gonna snipe specific line reads and work on them one at a time. Let's start from the bottom up. I lost my temper again.
I lost my temper again.
That's good. Can you give it to me in about half that time?
Yeah. I lost my temper again.
That comes off as like, oh, dude, that, The only thing I'm hearing from you is bollocks. Let's do that line. Can you give me that line with maybe like 2.3 times as much like righteous justice?
The only thing I'm hearing from you is bollocks, Bobby.
I like it. Let's hit it a little harder even from the start, because again, this is the part of the scene. This is the 180, right? For your character, this is like you go from calm and happy to you just punched a cop out and like daring this other cop to shoot you.
The only thing I'm hearing from you is bollocks, Bobby.
Good. I just want to do it one more time. Force this line out because this is an angry line, right? The only thing I'm hearing from you is bollocks, Bobby, right?
The only thing I'm hearing from you is bollocks, Bobby.
Yeah, there don't have to be any aim. Lily, can I hear you perform this line one more time? I want to hear you even more triggered.
There don't have to be any aim. I can do whatever I want. And your cheer is making me mad, you mook. If you want me to smear your left cheek, then face the other.
Nice. Let's hit the beginning of the line from a different perspective. So let's try from like, there doesn't have to be any aim, right?
There don't have to be any aim. I can do whatever I want, and your cheer is making me mad, you mook.
Great, yeah, now that was way more angry. I felt like you were actually mad at something. That was great. It's not so much being the best actor that you can possibly be. It's being the most receptive to a situation and storytelling, right? If you can be receptive to a situation, you can tell that situation's story. And that's my favorite part about acting.
I just wanted to get to know you guys a little bit and, what are you interested in? What do you do when you're not acting?
I usually identify as a playwright mainly.
Nice.
That's why I'm in New York to do that. I started voice acting with a small company called Pendant Audio 10, 12 years ago now.
When you're not playwriting or living under the general malaise of COVID, what are you doing for fun?
I like to play Dungeons and Dragons. I like to video
Nice.
game. I was doing a little bit of sketch comedy at UCB before the pandemic. just very.
Oh,
introvert stuff.
RIP UCB.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Sarah, we're in a game together.
We are.
Yeah.
I know. When I saw that you were gonna be our judge, I was so excited. Yeah, I've been doing voiceover here in LA for about 7-ish years now, and I always wanted to do theater. Theater is just I love the electricity, but I always played video games. Got to LA and took the classes and did the thing, and now I'm doing the thing.
What are you doing for fun when you're not acting and or doing the day job?
I ride a motorcycle, so
badass.
Actually, thank you. It's nice to still like go on rides and feel like you're going out, stream on Twitch. I mean, there's just just a myriad of hobbies.
Well, what do you think? Should we play a little bit?
Yeah.
Cool. And let's see what happens.
Is sanity the price to pay for power?
Humans, they are but stubborn and foolish. It takes a journey to hell for them to accept and praise their god.
Just initial thoughts, because we're just sort of reading this to like kind of figure it out. Why don't you guys switch and let's just hear it, switching parts, and then we'll futz a little bit.
It was my assumption that those demons would prove far inferior in the face of your tactics.
You summon and kill, summon and kill. I failed to see the logic here. Is sanity the price to pay for power?
I kind of like you guys in this configuration. So, if you will bear with me, I'm going to ask you to do some really weird crap right now.
Please, yeah.
Just to mix it up, what if you were 2 kids?
Okay, hold on.
Play with it. That's exactly why. Play with it.
Yeah.
It was my assumption that those demons would prove far inferior in the face of your tactics.
You summon and kill, summon and kill. I fail to see the logic here. Is sanity the price to pay for power?
I think you had the most fun on that pass, Sarah.
Yeah. Who doesn't want to be a little brat,
I love it. How'd that feel for you, Jack?
It was good. Yeah, I spent the whole time in my head being like, where is a 4-year-old?
So let's try. I'm just gonna throw stuff at you and let's just play a little bit more. Let's do this as if this was 1940s film noir.
You summon and kill, summon and kill. I fail to see the logic here. Is sanity the price to pay for power?
Humans. They are but stubborn and foolish, as my mom always told me. It takes a journey to hell for them to accept and praise their god.
Okay, let me think. Actually, speaking of which, what's your best dialect, both of you?
I would say probably British.
Yeah, I would say my native Chicago, probably.
Let's just play. Do your best British, Jack. Do your best Chicago.
Great.
And play.
It was my assumption that those demons would prove far inferior in the face of your tactics.
You summon and kill, summon and kill. I fail to see the logic here. Is sanity the price to pay for power? Yeah.
Play it as if both of you think you're low status.
Well, it was my assumption that those demons would prove far inferior in the face of your tactics.
You summon and kill, summon and kill. I fail to see the logic here. Is sanity the price to pay for power?
But like, for something like this, I think the reason why like we can just play with this a little bit, and it just so that we also get a feel, like you guys get a feel for working together. I kind of get a feel for, how you work and how you play off of each other, but also like, just a chance to explore like in a deeper way than we normally get to have. To explore the text and what it means and how to make it come to life. And sometimes the best way to, I guess, figure out what these characters are really about is to play the opposite game. And just see what happens,
Let's get started.
Right.
Where to begin?
Before I get into anything, let's just have some fun with it.
Yeah.
I want y'all both to do it. Get really into it. And just this first time, the only note I will give you is use your physicality.
Yeah.
Nice knife.
Typical politician. Big promises, but all talk.
What?
Very good, very good. We're doing a lot of great things there. One of the things I'm really glad about is I always say in voiceover, especially whenever you're doing these fight scenes, and it's much easier to trim down a performance than it is to build one up. I kind of use the bonsai tree analogy. It's very easy. We can do that really quickly. If we have a bigger bonsai tree, we can trim it up to get exactly where we want. And then but to grow a bonsai tree, it takes a much longer time. Every time there is an effort by one of you, and you hear that, take the damage from it. So if like, you know, Sean stabs or that. Also, I'm not sure if y'all aware of the vowel noises. Whenever you're taking damage, a good way to differentiate it so it's not, because a lot of times it's like, you know, take damage 5 times. It's for the vowel noises.
A land of the truly free, damn it! A nation of action, not words. Ruled by strength, not committee. Where the law changes to suit the individual, not the other way around. Where power and justice are back where they belong. In the hands of the people.
Good. Love that. Really great read. Whenever you're fighting, a lot of times when you do efforts, like let's say you have a video game, they'll show you an animatic, and it'll have the wind up, and like, you know, for your special attack, and they'll kind of be like 3 parts. It's like, you know, by the power of Grayskull. Special attack is by the power of Grayskull, and we have the sword, and it's like the attack. If you look at the little, they'll show like, here's what the thing goes, and it's like this. It's like, you know, whenever you're timing up, it's like by the power of Grayskull. So what I want to work on this one, especially when you hit those, and you were doing that, you did this a few times, Abby, which I really love. A nation of action. Whenever you hit action, throw the punch with that one. Ruled by strength, not with a lot to suit the individual.
A land of the truly free, damn it! A nation of action, not words. Ruled by strength, not committee. Where the law changes to suit the individual, not the other way around. Where power and justice are back where they belong. In the hands of the people.
Great. Remember that. Like, if we take anything away, I don't even want to do that again, because I really liked it. I thought that was really fun. To make it just a little bit even more delicious, since this is a show, in the hands of the people, you represent the people. That's where the power is. In the hands of the people. You know.
I like that.
Love it.
Yeah,
Yes.
so there you are. Because, yeah, you're the Senate. You're like, power.
I am the Senate.
The power is mine. I want your blood.
Or whatever oil I have in me, I guess.
Right, like whatever, you know. Whatever cybernetic fluid that is.
Oh no, I don't like that the way you phrased it.
I know. As soon as I said it, I was like, no.
I dug it. Never regret saying that.
Fluid.
Whatever that grease is flowing through those circuitry.
Oh God.
Awesome. Well, good stuff, everyone. And yeah, awesome. I'm very proud y'all are going to do great.
Everybody had a chance to look things over.
Yes.
Yeah. I did 3 practice runs at this with 3 different voices, and because you know I'm still really a newbie at this, man. So
You know, trial by fire is the best thing to put you in a position to make decisions that are not overly thought of. I guarantee you, if you ask 2/3 of the people in this industry, the ones that are up and coming, not like really long established pros, they're going to say that one of the things that they can't handle the most is overthinking, being put in a position where you have days and days and days and days and days for an audition. The truth is, you live in this industry with no fear, and you will be rewarded for it. And
good deal.
and be ready to fall and face plant, because I guarantee you no person on earth has ever learned anything through success. They've only learned through failure.
Yep.
And failure is such a dirty word that people throw out, like, you know, you're just not going to be able to handle it, or
Yeah.
Failure is the way we grow. You all have figured out, I saw through the emails, who's going to do what particular character. Let me pull that up and we'll
Okay.
do a pass, and then we'll see what happens.
And then we
Because
can
that's-
go off the rails.
Oh, hell yeah. Exactly.
Your people killed my mentor, a conductor named Tony.
Ah, so it's you! You killed Dune! Now I think I understand!
All I have to do is think something,
Bastard!
and it becomes true. Now, I could just use this pistol here and finish you off, but where's the sport in that?
Okay, so what we really have to remember is that watching the scene, you're going to see some points where Lad runs to try to throw a punch,
right?
And then there's a differing level of what each person's required effort is. Okay, and then Lad runs at Claire to punch him. Claire jumps back and dodges. We need to hear those as efforts.
Yeah. Okay.
So like that gives you an opportunity where your head goes back and forth as it would naturally while you're running.
Okay.
Or you're simulating the voice having the footfalls of a run. Every time that you do, it sends a shockwave up your body. So that's a thing you have to fake if you don't do it for real. Let's do it from the top.
Gotcha.
One more time, and we're rolling on 2.
Now I think I understand.
All I have to do is think something, and it becomes true. Now, I could just use this pistol here and finish you off. But where's the sport in that? Someone like you is much more fun with my bare hands.
Okay, so let's get a little deep and psychological. All right, Walt.
Okay. Yeah.
What is it? What is the thing that anchors you in this scene? And it doesn't have to just be one thing. It can be several.
Well, I'm not really sure what his motivation would be at the beginning, but I think he becomes very afraid of Claire. That the pulling of the gun from just nowhere scares the crap out of him. So then he's kind of it's kind of a reflex for him to bow up, so to speak. I'm going to kill you, And then when Claire mentions the girl, for him to say, you can't kill her, I'm the only one who gets to kill her, I think that's BS. I don't understand why a person would exist for that reason, but maybe he is that. He's keeping the girl around to kill her later. I don't know. But that would seem maybe to be a ploy to protect her, so then he's got another reason to be afraid.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think you might have hit something right there at that last part.
Yeah.
That he's usually the boss jock when he walks in the room.
Yeah.
And in this whole idea that Claire can literally think things into existence puts him on his heels like that. Okay, Lisa Marie, what do you think? Same kind of question here. What do you feel is her place in this? Where is she coming from? What is her goal by the end of this scene?
Okay, well, again, having not watched the show, I can at least gather some evidence with just their first line. Your people killed my mentor, a conductor named Tony. I mean, that right there is one of the driving factors. It's probably something that they've been wanting for a while, I imagine. And having the chance to overpower this person that hurt them, that's like gold to this character.
Here's a thing to think about.
Okay.
It's one thing to seek revenge, to seek vengeance.
Yeah.
Wrath is your driving force. It is another thing entirely for you to know that is your end goal and know without the shadow of a doubt you will achieve it. So when you walk into this scene, you can either play it as I am seeking vengeance and you are finally the end goal and all of that, or you can walk into this knowing this is the last one out of 15 people that you have torn through. This is the end of your journey of vengeance. All right, let's run it one more time, and this will be the last time, all right?
Okay.
Who is that girl you were with? Is she something special to you?
Special? That girl lives solely for the purpose of dying by my hands. Her whole reason for living is so she could be killed by me one day. Hey, you, don't start getting cute with me. I'm the only one who gets to kill her. Understand?
So now that I have the full picture, I know exactly what you're going to do for me. You're gonna throw yourself off this train without my help.
Lua, what are you doing up here?
Excellent. That was by far your best run, guys. That was perfect.
Welcome to this week's Voice Wars Challenge. This week we gave each of our teams a fight scene to work on, and they're going to present them in just a moment. But first, Kaiji Tang, is your team ready to take this thing down?
Absolutely 100%. I believe in team theater. We're gonna rock this.
Chris Tergliafera, how's your team doing?
We are, as always, mercilessly efficient. They practice well, and we're going to play well today.
Ratana, how's your team going?
They're gonna rock this.
Brad Venable, how you doing?
I'm doing good, and I think our team's going to do very well today because if they perform like they practice, this is going to be awesome display.
And finally, we have our special guest judge for this week. You may know her as Aqua from Konosuba, Petra from Fire Emblem Three Houses, or my personal favorite, Matera from Grand Blue Fantasy Versus.
Yay!
Faye Mata is here. How you doing, Faye?
I'm doing very well. Hello, everyone. This is really, really cool. Thank you for setting this up, Ethan.
We are going to get this started in a second. As we said before, you guys have been working on your scenes all week, but we're going to add a little bit of an improv element to this. You're going to bring your scene forward, and our special guest judge, Faye, over here, is going to give you guys some random direction. It could be anything. She can make you guys go underwater. She could give you guys a bunch of caffeine, whatever she wants. Our first team up will be Team Kaiji Tang, Nicole Tuttle, and Lily Lammers performing a scene from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, sick!
Faye Mata, what is their direction?
You're a Disney princess out for revenge.
Lily, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Nicole, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Would you unhand him?
Your friend, eh? Why didn't you tell me his name, then? You don't know his name, do you? Do you want to end up in the big house for obstruction of justice? Well, do you, my bubbling brat?
If you wouldn't mind me asking, why would you, an officer of the law, smear your boogie on me? The aim of such an action befuddles the brain.
There don't have to be any aim. I can do whatever I want, and your cheer is making me mad, you mook! If you want me to smear your left cheek, then face the other!
Huh!
Ah!
The only thing I'm hearing from you is bullocks, Bobby! Go on and shoot. You won't get a shot off, though. When you pull that trigger back, I'll snap your trigger finger in half, like a matchstick.
And not from where I'm standing. I'll blow a bullet through your brain!
I lost my temper again.
Up next, Team Chris Tergliafera, Abbey Veffer, and Sean Lazarus performing a scene from Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Faye, what's the direction for this team?
You're talking to your crush. There's a lizard in your pants. Or
Wait.
shirt.
Sean, are you ready?
Yes?
Abby, are you ready?
Yes!
3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah!
Nice knife!
Typical politician. Big promises, but all talk.
What?
Jumpstart the economy? What a load of all you care about is lining your own pockets. That and your approval ratings. You've got no principles. Just like all the rest. America's gone to You're just another maggot crawling in the pile.
All right. The truth then. You're right about one thing. I do need capital and votes. Want to know why? I have a dream.
What?
That one day, every person in this nation will control their own destiny. A land of the truly free, damn it. A nation of action. Not words. Ruled by strength, not committee. Where the law changes to suit the individual, not the other way around. Where power and justice are back where they belong. In the hands of the people!
That was amazing! I love this. This is fun.
Up next, it's Team Retina. Sarah Blandy and Jack Calk performing a scene from Devil May Cry 4. Faye Mata, what is their direction?
You're so inspired. And you want to paint each other. But the other person keeps moving!
Sarah Blandy, are you ready?
Girls. I am ready.
Jack Calk, are you ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go!
It was my assumption that those demons would prove far inferior in the face of your tactics.
You summon and kill. Summon and kill. I fail to see the logic here. Is sanity the price to pay for power?
Humans. They are but stubborn and foolish. It takes a journey to hell for them to accept and praise their god. A fact that tickles Irony's judgment.
And your judgments interest me not, for I'm here to claim what is rightfully mine.
Yamato! That is what you seek. And that is why I wait in your path.
You will fumble in your opposition of my quest, though I encourage you. I encourage an opportunity to battle a being of such grand illusion as you, as a sweet fortune.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
That was fun.
Finally, Team Brad Venable, Walt Allen and Lisa Marie Lee.
Yeah!
Performing a scene from Bacano. Faye Mata, what is their direction?
You're fighting, then suddenly the air turns really thick, like mac and cheese. But it's kind of delicious. This is what the client wants! The client wants the air to be made of mac and cheese!
All right. Walt Allen, are you ready?
Yes.
That's dedication.
I'm ready.
Lisa Marie Lee, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
3, 2, 1, go!
I don't know how somebody like you can be so goddamn arrogant and still keep a straight face.
It's not just arrogance, it's vengeance too. Your people killed my mentor, a conductor named Tony.
Oh, so it's you! You killed Dune. Now I think I understand.
All I have to do is think something.
Bastard! Bastard!
And it becomes true. Now, I could just use this pistol here and finish you off. But where's the sport in that? Someone like you is much more fun with my bare hands. Humiliated, I shot your ear on purpose. Embarrassing, yes? I want you to die a completely broken man. You'll be a sacrifice for Tony, for my world, which has lost Tony.
Okay, almighty ruler of this world, just tell me, how is it your plan to kill me, huh? Maybe I should just go ahead and show you that this world works different than you think it does. I'm gonna kill you. Then after, I'll dance a jig around your dead body because you won't exist in my world anymore.
I have a little question for you before you do.
Uh-huh.
Who is that girl you were with? Is she something special to you?
Special? That girl lives solely for the purpose of dying by my hands. Her whole reason for living is so that she can be killed by me one day. Hey, you don't start getting cute with me. I'm the only one that gets to kill her, understand?
So, now that I have the full picture, I know exactly what you're gonna do for me. You're gonna throw yourself off this train without my help.
Lua? What are you doing up here?
Give it up!
I really felt the deliciousness.
Delicious. Yeah.
Just gooey from
Ratana,
start
how's
to
that
finish.
Postmates?
Hungry.
How's that Postmates?
45-minute delivery window.
After all that, it's time for the judges' critiques of the performances. First up, Team Kaiji Tang. What do you guys think?
The angry Disney cop was hilarious.
Oh my god.
Incorporating the singing was a very nice touch.
Yes.
Yes, I was just gonna make that comment.
I thought I could just picture the little birds sprouting up the side too.
I almost like this version better than the one we actually worked on.
They did exactly what I asked for.
Up next, for critiques, Team Chris Tergliafera.
I was really impressed. I'm really proud of you guys.
It was really nice, like, listening on both of your parts when, you know, one of you would sort of throw something at the other and the other would, you know, receive the attack.
If we were ever to do this again, I would totally want some of those power words to be leaned on, especially incorporating some of the client's wishes of you having crush on each other. Any anime reacts would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Team Ratana.
Way to go with the level of commitment and your sense of fun. I think I could really hear you guys painting, if that's a thing that you can say, but, you know, very voiceovery.
That was a hell of a direction to incorporate into your scene specifically. I was like, how is that gonna? But no, you guys pulled it off very well. You didn't make too big a thing of it, right? It wasn't like the star of your scene, and you didn't treat it as such. But it was a great kind of background layering storytelling.
I would have liked at the end there to be like that building frustration and that like kind of at the end like, well, I didn't get it. I wasn't able to paint you with that. But besides that, going on the other hand, if you wanted it more nuanced, it's one of those things where if the director wants that, they're going to be like, all right, cool, we'll play it up a little bit more. So it's a weird direction. So I thought you did very well with it.
And last but not least, Team Brad Venable, the Macaroni Crusaders.
I am so proud of you guys for going ham on the mac and cheese. That was no pun intended, but now I want mac and cheese with ham.
Oh man.
Everything just got enhanced and the stakes were raised and everything. And it's like, how much mac and cheese can you eat and make it through this scene? I was really proud of you guys. Way to go.
If there's anything I could say is I know the direction from the client was, you know, have it progressively get thicker and more delicious, right? So, you know, towards the end, it felt like you guys had eaten all your mac and cheese, and I was like, oh, maybe the mac and cheese weather is over. So if we were wanting to deliver the original client's wishes, right, we would have to make it increasingly more and more delicious as the scene went on, even all the way towards the very end. And that's, if I'd say anything, that would be my only thing.
You two played off each other so well. You had chemistry, and I thought that was really beautiful because I completely believed that the air was made of mac and cheese. I was on mute, like just laughing my ass off because it was just so funny.
And now comes the hard part. The judges will now have to select a winner of this challenge. After tallying all the votes, The winner of the first challenge is Lisa Marie Lee.
What? Muted. Thanks.
As the winner of this week's challenge, Lisa Marie Lee, you gain immunity from next week.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, that's OP.
Unfortunately, because this is a competition, we need to pick a bottom two to compete to see who gets eliminated. Our bottom two, unfortunately, are Walt Allen and Jack Calk. So how we will decide this is you will be given the chance to cold read for your lives. I have picked a monologue ahead of time, and I will send it to you one at a time. While the first person reads, the second person gets off the call. While the second person reads, the first person gets off the call, and then we will decide from there. Walt, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go first.
Today's elimination monologue is from an anime called Assassination Classroom.
Yeah.
Set.
Yeah.
Go.
I cut him down so he'll spring back up. The boy's enormously talented. There's no denying that. But he's a novice.
He has not learned to be worthy of that talent. He refuses to meet any challenge except on his own terms. He doesn't see the true value of competition.
The young person for whom everything comes easily, the pain of defeat can be a much-needed wake-up call. On the surface, the whole concept of exams may seem arbitrary, but deep down, it's not about grades.
It's about rising to the occasion. It's about tasting the rapture and triumph and disgrace of failure. They go hand in hand, you see. One is meaningless without the other.
To win, one has to lose. The difference between the novice and the master is that the master has failed more times than the novice has tried.
Give it up.
All right, well done. Thank you.
Good. All right.
Thank you.
We have a result. Walt Allen, you're safe. Jack Calk, your initial audition, I gotta say, was one of the most grounded pieces I heard in all of the 104. You are a fantastic actor and a great writer, and I look forward to seeing whatever you do in the future.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, Jack.
Well done. Well done.
That's it for this week's episode. Thank you so much for watching, and good night.
I'm disappointed. I would have liked to spend a little more time and do some more of the capital A actory challenges. I believe I gave it my best shot, and it was just not my challenge. I assume and hope I'm continued to be invited to be on the two podcasts I'm on, which are The Kingery from Pendant Productions, which is we're producing the 11th season right now, and Archive 81, which will have a season 4 sometime soon. You know, I'm a playwright, and I'm hoping to spend some time developing a new podcast project.
I've got my little sausage dog down there.
Oh, I just noticed your dog.
Oh, doggo.
Oh, Johnny.
Oh, look at
The
him.
ear.
Oh, baby.
Precious.
Oh.